I read somewhere that a good marriage is one where each partner secretly suspects they got the better deal. Prior to getting married, we can often look at our future spouse and see everything they do and all of their quirks as qualities to be admired. We fall in love with this person. We notice their strengths, giftings, and even their weaknesses and are drawn to them. There are certainly things we don't understand or can't identify with, but we love that about them too. And out of our head over heels in loveness, we feel like we got the better deal.
The rose-tinted glasses eventually fade and we realise that just as we are not perfect, neither are they. It doesn't mean you begin to love them any less. It simply helps us to understand better how to relate to each other and how our differences, strengths and weaknesses can impact our marriage relationship.
People are never exactly the same. That's the beauty of creation. We are all wired and handcrafted in a slightly unique way. There is no other you to have ever walked the earth. Married couples then, though they unite to become virtually a new single person, still maintain their uniqueness and differences. And there are many, many differences we may have, some of which we may see as a strength, and some that we may identify as weakness. Rather than seeking to be the same, what brings a deep richness to marriage is to celebrate and encourage the way we complement each other.
Where you are the same in your strengths, there is a risk that you can develop or encourage blind spots, and this can result in a loss of softness and compassion for others, or another point of view, or way of doing something. However, when you share a weakness, you can spin into a negative spiral or lack the ability to encourage one another to grow in this area. You can give up and allow this weakness to control an area of your life, your thoughts, your behaviours or attitudes.
Differences are a blessing and an outworking of God's design of unity. They're not something to fear or strive to change in the other to make your spouse just like you. Differences can pose a risk of conflict, but this can actually be the most healthy of places as you complement each other and encourage one another to grow and mature, to see things in a different way.
For example, Christmas. Early in our relationship, I spent a Christmas with Jerem's family for the first time. They spent almost the whole day off doing their own activities. I thought it was crazy. In my upbringing, we spent Christmas Day doing everything together. At first, this difference was unsettling, but over time, we've both learned to appreciate these differences.
There will be basic differences between you, preferences or habits that have developed over your lifetime. Some will be from your family of origin, and some you will have developed all by yourself. These tend to be those things that you admire most about each other as you fall in love. These are endearing differences and attractive to you because you don't necessarily see them in yourself. But there also may be major differences between you. These are the areas you may need to work through together and find some compromise on. These are best worked out with grace, prayer, and intentional communication. The goal is always unity and complementing each other, rather than intending to change the other person to view things or operate exactly how you do.
Finally, it is important to consider how your strengths and weaknesses will change over time. The man or woman you're about to marry is this way today, but in time will change. You may be celebrating that, but in all honesty, you both will look, think, and act very differently as time moves on. There are life events that change us, shape us, and grow us. We mature over time. Circumstances can change us, and the influence of others can also impact who we become. You will also change together, and where you may have had strong differences in the past, over time you may notice a blending and growth in similarities.
There are many different tests and quizzes you can do to uncover personalities and different strengths. These are helpful and give you a window into how you both tick and why you might react or feel particularly passionate about various things. But these are not set in stone, and you will need to continue to get to know each other and be students of each other throughout your married lives. So the important thing to take away from all of this is to embrace who you are with a willingness to grow, to complement one another, and to approach major differences with grace and the knowledge that we are all a work in progress as we seek to become total followers of Jesus Christ.